Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Randy Shaves this morning on this Wednesday morning in Kentucky. Got my hat on today. Proud Army Grandpa. Wear that a lot. Okay, today what we're going to be using, we're going to go back in time a little bit with some of this. First of all, I'm using the Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood scent in the puck. They have this in the cream and they have it in the puck. I have both. I prefer the puck. I really do like it. You can tell my bowl's getting a little worn, but it's really nice. Another thing my daughter brought me from England on one of her mini trips over there. I've also got the matching aftershave. This is one of the most, I'm trying to think of a good word to use. I call it elegant. It's one of the most elegant scents that I've used. I really like Taub's Sandalwood scent, and I just think it smells really good. I can smell it right here. It's got the bathroom smelled up already. I'll be using today, I said something going back in time, and that kind of is going back in time, but I'm going back in time with a vintage razor today. Going to use Gillette Super Speed. Now this particular Super Speed, these weren't date coded. So I'm not sure when this was made. I do know this is the razor that my dad used the whole time I was growing up. Not this razor, but the same Super Speed type razor. This is all I ever knew him to use, was this right here. And so when I got into this hobby, I knew I had to have one, and I found one in really nice condition. Of course, it's a twist to open. And in there, I've got, you can see an Astra SP on its first use. And I really like this Super Speed razor. I've got another Super Speed flare tip, and I have looked and looked at the heads, and I really can't see any difference in them. But for some reason, this razor shaves me a lot better than my flare tip. Now, my flare tip is something that I really want to hang on to, because they are date coded, and it was made during my birth month in the year that I was born, 1954. So I really like that razor for that reason. And I use it once in a while. I used it yesterday, and that's when I decided, it just doesn't shave as well as this Super Speed. But these are really nice razors for, they're not aggressive. They're just, but they are efficient and so smooth. And thinking that this was made way back in the 50s at some point, it's just amazing to me that they could come up with that. But the brush I'm using is my it's quickly become one of my all-time favorites. Frank Shaving Boar, 26 millimeter. And what I did is I loaded my brush off of the puck, because this is a hard soap. Their puck soap, Taub's puck soap, is a hard soap, and their cream, of course, is really soft. But I loaded my brush and I whipped it up in my bowl. So that's the way I do it when I use a puck like that. So we're going to apply this lather. Man, now, Taub's doesn't have your, their sandalwood scent isn't your typical sandalwood scent. It's a little bit different. And I really like it. And as I said, I think it's an elegant smelling scent. Now, when I went to England a couple of years ago, and I went to the Taub's store, I bought me another puck of this soap, not the container. You don't need but one container, but I did buy another refill puck. I've still got it because surprising to me, man, it takes a long time to use up one of these pucks, I tell you, by it being a hard soap like it is. So I think that'll do it, and we're going to get started here. I just really enjoy the scent of this. I'm going to grab a rag that I forgot to get out. I can reach it. There it is. Let me go ahead and wet that, if you don't mind. Okay, I think now we're ready to go. As soon as I heat my razor up here, we'll get going. Gillette Super Speed from sometime in the probably early 50s. Just a really nice razor. Now it does have exposed blade tabs, so you have to watch that, but it's a small price to pay for a really nice vintage razor. I honestly could use this razor every day and not have a complaint. I just really do like it. And you can pick them up for practically nothing. Especially compared to what the modern razors cost today. And you know, everybody says, and I've brought this up before, when I was talking not long ago about I was using the 6C, the Rockwell 6C, and I mentioned that I've had both the 6S, which is a stainless razor, and the 6C, that I preferred the 6C. And I explained why, because it's got a slicker finish on it and it glides across the face a lot easier. And I can't tell a difference in the shave between it and the 6S. So I use the 6C. And I hear people all the time say, you know, get the 6S, get a stainless razor, it'll last you a lifetime. Well, look at this razor. This isn't a stainless razor. This is a plated brass razor. It's 70 something years old or 70 years old, and look at the shape it's in. You don't have to worry about a razor like this lasting you. It'll last you a lifetime too. That's one thing I learned about this hobby. Is people get hung up on some of the craziest things. I want stainless because I want a razor I can pass down to my son. Well, I don't know who all's used this razor, but I guarantee you I'm not the first guy. This has been used since it was brand new 70 years ago. No telling how many people it's gone through. And when I'm pushing up daisies, it'll still be able to be used for a long time. So don't let those urban legends be the only thing that determine what razor you use. I'll put a little more lather up here on my lip. There we go. Now, I will say, this isn't the best razor there is for getting up under the nose. But if you work at it, it works. And that's another difference between this one and the flare tip. For some reason, this one gets under the nose better. And I don't understand why, because they look identical to me, the heads do, but there's some difference. Because this one definitely does a better job. Okay, that's pass one. Let's lather up for pass two. Put some more lather on my brush there. It's sandalwood scent. I really like it. And man, it'll last all day long. My wife really likes this one too, and she doesn't like the traditional sandalwood scents that are out there. There's two of them that she likes. She likes this one, and she likes HCNC's, because theirs is different from this. But Pete's sandalwood actually smells like wood, like sandalwood, and it's real pleasant too. But I've had other sandalwoods that my wife doesn't like, and I'm not particularly fond of them myself. But this one is definitely different. It's unique. Now, for some odd reason that I don't understand, I wish I had asked them while I was in London at their store. They only make this hard puck in 2 cents. I forget what the second scent's called, but it's what it is it's just a basic, almost kind of barbershoppy scent. But I don't know why they don't make more of these hard pucks in other scents. I wish they did. I mean, I do like their creams, don't get me wrong, but I prefer the hard ones. Got a hair there. But you can see, I'll show you here. I've used that thing many times, and it's just, it lasts and lasts and lasts. I don't know if I'll ever get around to using my extra one that I bought. I've got a few more tubs since, but they're in the cream category. It's just one part of my face that has real coarse, thick hair on the left side of my face. It's much coarser for some reason than the right side. Go figure. I mentioned I went into the Taylor of Old Bond Street store in London, and I was just really surprised because it's so small. But there is no wasted space. It is full of stuff. But for some reason, I was expecting it to be a lot larger. However, everything over in the UK is smaller. Most of the stores are small. The houses are small. But it's just due to space. They're very, very, very crowded over there. I mean, in the entire UK, they have 60 something million people in an area that is I can't remember, it's either 5 or 6 times smaller than the state of Texas. And that's not just London or England, that's the UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland. Okay. That's going to do it. Let me wipe my face off and then I'll rinse and use I got my starting alum block again with the rubber band on it. Man, it's a nice shave, no feedback. Very nice. Still plenty of lather in my brush. I'll wash it out a little as my alum cooks. I call it cooks on my face. There's that little brush. It's a really nice little boar brush. I'm going to rinse off. Well, come on off there, tail. Now I'll put some of this wonderful smelling Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood Aftershave Lotion. It's called lotion. It's like a splash. They use different terms for a lot of things than we do. Oh my goodness, it smells good. I smell like $1,000,000 now. If I walked into a store or a place that had nothing but blind people in it, they would think I'm a millionaire just walk through the door. Man, it smells good. So, that's the shave for today. Wipe this razor off a little. We use the vintage Gillette Super Speed. As I said, made sometime in the 50s. No way to tell exactly when, because, and that's the weird thing, the flare tip that I have does have a date code. And it's my birth year, 1954. But these, for some reason, they don't, and Gillette was back and forth with that. I don't know, I don't understand their reasoning, but that's what they did. But anyway, that was the razor with a Astra SP on its first use. This is the puck, the hard puck that Tobbs makes with their sandalwood. And as I said, they have one more scent in the hard puck. And I don't know why they don't have more. And again, that's the aftershave lotion. I've got an extra one of these too. That's how much I like that stuff. So, did I do everything? Cover everything? Had the starting alum block. I used my teakwood bowl for my lather. So hey, that's gonna do it. It's over. It's over. So, please like and subscribe. Use my Frank Shaving. Oh, I need to explain something. Use my Frank Shaving code in the coupon box to get 20% off. When I put that code in my last video, I put Randy Shaves. Now that's the code, but I put Randy Shaves with no space between Randy and Shaves. You got to put a space. I learned that the hard way because I had someone contact me to say they tried to use it and it didn't work. So I got a hold of Ming. I said something's up. The code wouldn't work. And I found out I got to have Randy space Shaves. So that's what I'll put from now on. So it'll work. So that was my fault. Totally my fault. But hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And get you some of this Tubbs Sandalwood. And get yourself a Frank shaving brush and get 20% off on their site. You'll be glad you did. I'll talk to you guys later. Adios.